You'll have to forgive me, guys. I literally just landed back in town from a nice trip to Detroit and a quick stop to Jersey, and now I'm here. So I'm exhausted, I'm tired, but it is December 5th. So instead of a movie review, I had to talk about that book I got, and I'm glad I did. I saw that book on TikTok, on Amazon last Christmas, and I wanted to buy it. But by the time I got around to it, Christmas was over, and I said, you know what? I will buy this next season. So I did. It's the Scary Book of Christmas Lore. And I know what you're thinking, Brandon, Scary Christmas? Well, you guys have been around long enough. You know the lore. You're talking pre-Christianity, some pagan holidays and beliefs from all across the country. And you have to remember, a lot of these tales stemmed from fear of the coldest night of the year, from fear of winter coming and the death that it brought, from diseases and starvation and animals and just things that essentially really caused a lot of problems for people living back in the day. Of course, there were tales of witchcraft, there were tales of evil goats, yes, evil goats, and the original tale of the Nutcracker, which I found really interesting. Of course, the most famous of all is Krampus, and that's why it's December 5th, Krampusnacht. December 5th is right now, and I thought this would be an appropriate time to talk about this book. I think the book is really fun. It's really interesting. It does have some pictures. Unfortunately, there are some of the tales they don't dive into a lot. It's kind of like they mention Krampus right away because it's probably the most famous, and they talk about him a little. But there's some other interesting ones that I was not familiar with that I wish they would have dove into. And quite frankly, I would love to see some Christmas horror movies based off these characters, based off this lore. This book is a pretty easy read, and I found it online. Although it's listed for $15, I found it online for $8.99 on Amazon. And as you can see, like I said, the stories are short, but it really dives into some of the history of some of these real tales and how they came to be, and some of the lore, with some really nice pictures in there for the most part. But it also dives into some things that I have not ever heard of at all, and I would love to see some more of it. It may not be for everybody, but this is a really cool book. Check it out.